Hello dear ones, this is a video to do with Yoga Nidra. So you might have seen in our group page that one of the students was asking about her legs twitching during the Yoga Nidra practice and saying how it's difficult to really sink into the practice when the body is throwing up that kind of resistance. And she was wondering if there might be a reason why, if it might be muscles releasing tension, and any ideas about how that could be addressed. So first thing to say is that it's very, very common in Yoga Nidra for the body to get in the way. So this is one of the reasons why we do the setting of the energy points, or the rotation of consciousness around the body, to encourage it to relax and let go before we move a bit deeper into the practice. But that's not always enough. And it's very normal for students to feel like they have a fly on the end of their nose, or for me, I get it with the constant urge to swallow. For this student, it was twitching legs. And there is a lot of releasing that happens within the structure of a Yoga Nidra practice, and very normal for the body to experience that release in funny ways. So that's one thing. Practicing yoga asana beforehand can really help. So if you have the time, even just to do a 20 or 30 minute practice before the Yoga Nidra, particularly around stretching out the back, the legs, the hips, or any areas that you tend to experience resistance with in the Yoga Nidra practice, that can be worth trying. Also worth trying a pranayama practice before the Nidra as well, and experiment with different things and see if you can help the body settle a bit before the Nidra. The other thing is that you can move. So although the classic guidance is to use the mantra, I choose to remain still throughout the practice of Yoga Nidra, my teachers were very relaxed about this and encouraged us to experiment with moving if needs be. So before you get to that point where you're getting really frustrated and annoyed because your body is getting in the way of the practice, to allow yourself to very mindfully, slowly, gently make the physical adjustment that you need to make without coming out of the practice. So as soon as you recognize that urge and you can feel that you're going to get annoyed, stay with the practice, allow yourself shame-free, guilt-free, easy to make that physical adjustment and continue, and see how that works. And I think that's about it. Let me know how you get on, and if anything else comes up for you in your Nidra practice that you want to talk about. One more thing, a lot of people fall asleep in Nidra, again, very normal. And while we classically use the mantra, I choose to remain awake and aware throughout the Nidra practice, very normal to fall asleep. Yoga Nidra gives the central nervous system a massive reset, and while the idea is that we move into that discrete state of consciousness between sleep and awake, in order to actually get to that state and hover there, we need to be very well rested beforehand. So Yoga Nidra is often practiced first thing in the morning, but most of us aren't extremely well rested. Most of us are dealing with excess stress and exhaustion in many ways, on many levels. And in those instances, what Yoga Nidra does is send you into deep sleep, which is wonderful. And it gives the body and the mind and the energy system a total reset. And that's a huge gift. So if you do find yourself falling asleep, don't worry. Know that the practice is giving you what you need at that time. And as things move, as they always do, if you find you are able to become more well rested in general, you might find that your Nidra practice changes and you can hover in that discrete state with awareness. All right, I think that is enough for now. I hope that helps. Much love.